Hello, this is Logan from Cable Question. I'm going to use Cable Question bi-directional switch and Sony 8K TV and Acer XV282K 4K monitor and this gigabyte graphics card to check function. I have connected both HDMI cables to my Acer monitor and my Sony Smart TV. Connect the HDMI cable to graphics cards. Here we can get the number 2 port is working. Let us right-click the mouse, display settings. Here we can get the use HDR is just working. Then scroll down the mouse, click advanced display. Here we can get the display 1 connected to NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090. Resolution is 7680 multiplied by 4320. And the refresh rate is 60 Hz. Color format is YCBCR 420, and it also supports the HDR function. Click Display Adapter Properties for Display 1. List all modes. Then let us switch to 4K resolution. Apply. We can get this switch also supports 4K 60 resolution. Press the select button. We can get the number 1 NVIDIA control panel. Here we can get 3840 multiplied by 2160, and the refresh rate is 120 Hz. We can also right-click the mouse, display settings, and here we can get the use HDR is just working. Click advanced display. Here we can get the resolution is 4K and the refresh rate is 60 Hz. I can switch to 120 Hz. Keep these display settings. I will click keep changes. Here we can get the refresh rate is 120 Hz and the resolution is 4K and the bit depth is 10 bit and the color format is RGB, and it also supports the high dynamic range. Okay, here we can get the brightness about the Acer monitor. Then I will show you the status if I just turn off the HDR function. Okay, here we can get the HDR function is HDR-400. Okay, this is just the function about the HDR function is off. This is about the HDR automatically. Here is about the HDR-400 function. Here we can get the brightness about the Acer monitor is perfect when I just connect one HDMI source to Sony 75-inch TV and the Acer XV282K monitor. Sony TV can support 8K and 60 Hz, and the Acer monitor just support 4K 120 Hz. I will connect two HDMI source to one HDMI monitor. This is a MacBook Pro 16-inch M2 Pro. This laptop is 16-inch Apple M2 Pro. This one is a desktop with gigabyte 3090 graphics card. I'm going to connect Cable Question HDMI bi-directional switch. I will connect both HDMI sources to one Sony 8K TV. This is a Sony 75-inch 8K smart TV. I have connected 16-inch MacBook Pro and desktop to Cable Question HDMI bi-directional switch, and then I will connect the HDMI male port to the 8K smart TV. Here we can get the number 1 port is light. Number 1 port is connected to the desktop. Let us go to display settings. Use HDR is working, and let us click advanced display. Sony TV display 1 connected to NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090. We can get the resolution is 8K and the refresh rate is 60 Hz and the bit depth is 10 bit and the color format is YCBCR 420. It also supports high dynamic range. Press this select button. When I just press this square button, Here we can get the number 2 LED light is working. Number 2 port is connected to my 60-inch MacBook Pro. Let us go to Apple icon, System Settings, Displays. Here we can get the Sony 8K TV and built-in display. Let us click Sony 8K TV. Here we can get the resolution is 7680 multiplied by 4320 and the refresh rate is 60 Hz. I just click high dynamic range. I just click it. Here we can get the high dynamic range. That is to say HDR function is also working. Through this video, we can get that when I just connect two HDMI sources to one 8K smart TV, I can just use this square button to switch the HDMI source. That's all. Thank you.